Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the first episode of SOUNDCHECK.
Woo!
I am so hyped for this.
Yay.
The podcast for music only, nothing else. We're probably gonna go off track, but that's fine.
Yeah.
So, if you guys want to introduce yourselves real quick, maybe. That's still singing Zach Fox.
Yeah, dude, Zach Fox. If you haven't heard Jesus is the One, I Got Depression, punch yourself in the face, and then go listen to it, because it's great. Oh, I'm Marcos,
And your
by
name?
the way.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Sorry.
Introduction.
I'm Marcos.
Oh my God. And hello.
Anything you want to plug while we're at it?
I guess. I mean, I'll plug Marina's new
we
album
go.
as
Really
a
good.
Marina stan. She just dropped an acoustic version of her Love and Fear album, which also this camera,
I get in trouble too.
which leads us perfectly into our first. Oh, I didn't say my name. I'm Tiara. Hello. This is going great, guys.
And I realized I also didn't say my name. I'm Matthew, the host. And that's it. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm so
I'm
proud
not
of
plugging
you.
anything. Thank you. Thank
We're doing
you.
so good,
I
guys.
am so sweaty right now. It's okay.
Okay. So, would we like to get into our first topic today?
If you want to.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, since we were talking about her, we can go
Marina.
back into the topic of Marina. I know you have heard Fruit.
Yeah, her
And you
last
liked
album,
Fruit.
Fruit, was really good. Really fun pop record that
Yeah,
I
it is.
really enjoyed. Like back 2015.
15.
Wow.
Yes. Yes.
That was a lot longer than I thought it was gonna do.
I have a
gonna be.
fruit tattoo.
Do you really?
Yeah.
You do?
It literally says "Live in La Dolce Vita" and it has like a grapevine on it.
That is awesome.
I
If
don't-
you can't tell that she is a really big Marina fan,
Oh yeah, I have another one too.
just everywhere. Tattoo forehead coming later.
So did you? Yeah. What did you think of the Love and Fear album? Because I've heard it.
Yeah. It was pretty good. I think it was just a little long, just me personally, and some of the songwriting compared to Fruit wasn't as good as that one. But I still thought it was really fun. I did like quite a bit of the songs from Love and Fear.
Which was your favorite side of the album? The love or fear?
I think Love.
Really?
Love was a little bit more, just more intricate. There were different ideas, a lot of cool things, and I think Fear kind of felt like a little bit repetitive in just what it was trying to say. But no, still solid. So, but Love is better for me.
Yeah, I didn't listen to the full Love and Fear, like the actual album, but I did listen to the acoustic version. Oh my goodness, that is a really good album. So like I looked at like the track list for the regular album, and it's like substantially longer than the
Yeah.
acoustic one. I'm like, oh dang, I'm missing out. But I like really like this acoustic album.
What were there any songs that like stood out to you guys?
Orange Trees is by far my favorite.
Really?
Really?
How do you like Orange Trees?
Yes. Orange
it's very
Trees
fun.
and Karma. Those are my two favorites.
Karma is my favorite song on Love and Fear.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I love Karma. Like it reminds me, I think it might be her new single because she went on like Jimmy Kimmel and like performed it.
She performed that one?
Yeah, like recently.
Cool,
Like
yeah.
not last week, maybe 2 weeks ago. But I think I might be the next single, but it was giving me like Thank You Next vibes when I was listening to it.
Yeah.
Like I was like thinking of like a poppy, like pink music video.
Like the
thing.
little like part of the chorus when she's like, "Oh my God, it's Karma."
Yeah,
Or I
it's,
think yeah.
it sounds like the music video to match would be like an homage to like Mean Girls and Legally Blonde.
Yeah, that'd be a
Like
great
it's-
fit.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
would be. I think the music video, if it were just all pink, would be perfect.
Kind of relating to that, my favorite off the entire record is probably No More Suckers.
I do love it.
And it's for the same reason. It kind of reminds me a lot of like Charlie XCX, which I
Yeah.
love.
Yeah, you know they're friends.
That does not surprise me
Yeah.
whatsoever. They're very similar. Yeah.
They're friends.
I like follow Marina, like anybody.
Religiously.
I do.
Yeah.
They did a
Dope.
song together a couple years ago called Just Desserts, and I liked it. It was like sort of like a remaster of like one of her Marina's old
Gotcha.
demos and
Yeah.
stuff, and Charlie came on, and it was really cool. And then Fruit came out, and then Charlie posted like this this picture of her doing like a photo shoot that was vaguely citrus inspired. And
When you say citrus inspired, do you just mean they were just like citruses just sitting
well,
around?
there was
or...
fruit around her, and Marina was like,
Hint, hint.
she was like, excuse me, this is intellectual. Like, she was like going off on her in her comments, and people were like, girl, it's fruit.
Yeah, that's funny.
But I mean,
Beef.
I get what she means.
Yeah.
But I think they're like cool now, so I don't
Cool.
know.
Yeah,
so
I
it's actually like a
never-
real beef.
Yeah, because then
Oh.
she like responded. She was like, I didn't like do this on purpose and blah 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 blah. And like, yeah, it was kind of fried.
Imagine getting like so like butthurt over like fruit like, in an Instagram post and being like,
There's too many
that is my property.
strawberries around you.
Excuse me.
Just cut down on that. Put some vegetables in it. Should be fine.
But she's a Libra, so I understand.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I never really listened to Marina before before you mentioned or like you like told me to listen to it, I guess. But like I've heard of her a little bit.
Have you heard
and,
like any of her other songs?
I mean, like probably in passing, and I just wasn't aware.
Yeah.
But like I feel like, how many more albums does she have?
3.
I was gonna say that's a her question.
3 albums.
And
Well,
then Love and Fear.
I know what I'm doing tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, Electra Heart is very, very good.
Okay.
And
I listened to
people, oh my God, it's so good. But it definitely falls into the category of being her most mainstream popular album.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so people are like, oh, it's her best album. And I'm like, that's debatable. But it definitely had the most creativity behind it because she like created this character like Electra Heart. And she was like, oh, it's about this character.
It was like a concept album.
Yeah,
That's
exactly. And so she did that with it, and it was really cool. And it's so good, but people just hype it up a little too much. Because like
Right.
when Love and Fear and like even Fruit came out, people are like, "This doesn't sound like Electra Heart," and like very upset. And I was like,
I don't like it when people do that. Like, you
I don't
can't
either.
hold it like an artist in a box.
Yeah, it's
I
like
think
a-
it's kind
it's a
of
whole new
limiting,
project.
You know? Yeah, exactly.
You can't keep them on the same wavelength the entire time.
exactly. And even if they choose to sort of branch off and do something different, I
Right.
feel like as a fan, you should be excited for that. You should be
Right.
excited that your favorite artist is trying different things,
Yeah.
trying new things with
Yeah.
their music.
You shouldn't just like write it off immediately. Be like, this isn't like your music.
Exactly. Because then you get into the problems of music sounding the same.
Yep.
And that's,
Don't want that.
yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, some people do want that, but like,
Which is
it's-
weird.
It's super
Because
whack,
then they're
honestly.
like, now all their music sounds the same. It's like, what do you want?
It's
These
really
people
hard
are
to
just
please
making art.
fans
They
all
don't
the
live
time.
to please
So,
you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah, Orange Trees has been just in my head all day.
Have you seen the music video?
Nope.
it's a pretty cool music video.
It's really cute.
Does she have music videos for all of the acoustic versions, or is it just Superstar?
I know she just released one for True,
For True, okay.
and I think she might put out music like videos for them for like the rest of them because she did it for Electra Heart, and then she did like a oops, I was trying to share the thing and it didn't work. But I forgot what I was saying.
Videos.
Facebook
Videos, yes.
messed me up. Yeah,
Always.
she did it with like Fruit and then Electra Heart, so she probably will release videos, accompanying videos for her acoustic. The one for Superstar was really pretty. That outfit she was in.
It's a very aesthetically pleasing video,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. It kind of reminded me, I guess I'm a little biased of Wise Blood. Just the cover.
I do like Wise Blood.
Yeah. I remember like we had like a little connection when you were like, yes.
Yeah,
love
okay.
that
I
song."
do remember that. I do
Yeah.
remember that.
So good. I could talk about the album all the time. It's like one of my
It's
favorites of the year.
so
Yeah.
So,
I was gonna. I don't continue. I forgot what I was
this
gonna
is
say.
like,
Yeah.
it's super quick.
Okay.
So the rest of the actual Love and Fear album, what song should I listen to first?
First,
Just
Or
go
like,
in order.
sorry, I should say, which one is your guys' favorite off of the full album?
It's either No More Suckers or Homemade Heaven. Homemade Heaven is really kind of calming and pleasing.
I love that song.
That and Baby just has a good vibe to it too. Even though
Baby.
Yeah, who made that song?
Clean Bandit.
That's it.
She's
yeah.
dating
Oh.
Jack. He's
Oh.
her boyfriend. They've been dating for like few years.
Wow.
I think
Didn't know
since like
that.
my sophomore year of high school.
Wow.
That's
That's commitment.
Yeah, I'm like, listen, y'all be cute together. I'm not. I can't keep up. But yeah, they're dating, so they did a song
Very
together.
cool.
I can't find the rest of the album
I gotta.
on here.
If you go on just like Wikipedia and just look up like the album, you'll find the whole list of it. But you own it though. So.
I do. So I don't know why it's not coming up for like on my iTunes thing. I'll have to fix that later. To Be Human is one of my favorites.
Okay.
Emotional Machine is a favorite, and Karma.
Karma's a banger.
Yeah.
Karma is a banger.
Karma
Yes.
is a
I will say the one thing about the acoustic EP is that I really do like a lot of the instrumentals for the actual album, and kind of stripping it down doesn't really sit like as well with me as like the actual album itself. So like if you love those songs on the acoustic, you'll probably really enjoy them when you get like the whole picture and all the instruments in it. Yeah.
Especially Orange Trees, I think.
Orange Juice has got a nice beat to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like her voice just sounds a little bit different.
Yeah.
Like, it's cool.
You're telling
I
me
think
Orange Trees gets better?
Yeah. It's like,
That is
what?
crazy.
that means you have
Such
to
a
watch
good
the music
song.
video because she
Yeah.
also looks really good in the music video.
Okay. Bet.
I was gonna add something on to. We're talking about. I keep losing the thought as I go.
There's
through
so
it.
much to talk about with this record.
I know
so.
but I think the thing about the acoustic album is that it highlights her voice more than anything.
Yeah.
And I like that.
Yeah.
I like because her voice is so unique
Yeah.
and different.
Got
I
a
really-
great voice.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I would have liked it if maybe they stripped it back a little bit more too.
Really?
Like kind of take out a little bit of those electronic elements and just kind of use maybe like some actual like just kind of like stripped down guitars and some,
I was
some
gonna
quiet
say
drumming.
because like Orange Trees is the acoustic version anyway. Like it's acoustic, but it's not really that.
They use like
acoustic.
sampling
Yeah.
and some other stuff on it too. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's still a good project.
Yeah.
So I really enjoyed it. Yeah.
Thought it was super dope.
Yeah. And immediately after listening to this when I listened to Fruit again,
Oh
and
my
it
gosh,
still
Fruit
holds up.
What is your favorite song on Fruit?
That is a hard one. I would need that listed to figure that one out. Off the top of my head, oh my god, I don't even know.
Honestly, the title track is
Yes,
very solid.
I was gonna say that one or oh my god, Savages is great.
Oh yeah, so
Yeah.
yeah, Savages is.
So that'd be mine. So yeah, check out all of her stuff, and you know if anybody out there hasn't checked out Marina yet, just go ahead and do that. Especially like the new Love and Fear album is pretty
Yes.
good.
Yeah. The acoustic version is super dope.
If you like
Come on, Marina.
really clean, yeah. If you like really clean, really nicely produced pop record, this is the way to go.
From a person who really appreciates pop music, and I think we're seeing it less now, but like in the mid to late 2000s, 2010s, early 2010s, there was like a weird thing where people were just like hating on pop for no reason.
Yeah.
But she like really appreciates pop music.
Yeah.
And because you can see like the Britney influences a little bit in this because like she loves Britney Spears. And I think that's cool when you can like when you tell that somebody like is more than just, oh, I want to be a pop star. I want to be the next Katy Perry or
They
whatever.
kind of like study like, you know, what makes a good pop song, like a good pop song.
It's more than just beats and like fun beats or
Yeah.
whatever. It's
Yeah.
like actually like a process to making pop music. I
It's
don't know.
really cool. Yeah, and this album kind of exemplifies that a little bit more. And
Yeah.
the new Charlie XCX.
I know
which is
Fruit
awesome.
does. Fruit, I think, did that for me.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Fruit's kind of just a great project anyway.
it is.
So
okay.
yeah, check out Marina. So we're gonna move on to the opposite end of the music spectrum. Last week, I think, the new JPEGMAFIA album came out. This is the first one since his last project, Veteran, dropped, which I thought was really, really, really amazing stuff. And I totally forgot he was releasing new music this year. And then I was scrolling through YouTube, and then I came across Jesus Forgive Me, I'm a Thought. And my face during this entire song, yeah, great title, by the way.
Honestly,
my face just
that was the first
smiles,
song I saw.
and like as soon as the chorus hit and like it changed a little bit, and he's singing, and then that that little breakdown where he's like something about like for real, Like it's like really up there. Oh my god, I loved it. So yeah, very experimental hip hop, R&B kind of guy, and very glitchy production.
Yeah.
So I'm really interested to hear what you guys both thought about that. So yeah, if you want to
honestly, so JPEGMAFIA is like another one of those artists that I've heard of before, but I haven't like intently listened to. And I feel like this is probably a bad album to like start listening to solely because the production is so glitchy.
Yeah.
That's my biggest issue with this record. But that being said, there were a bunch on here that I did like.
Yeah. What were the standouts to you?
So my favorites on this were Keenan versus Kel, Beta Male Strategies, PTSD, BBW, and the Dots freestyle remix, because I love the Dots, like the Kenny Beats Dots show.
Yeah.
And like Zach Fox is amazing. Sorry, I'm never gonna stop.
Back to Zach Fox, back around.
I did see this freestyle on there too, and I was like, this guy's super talented.
Nice.
So yeah, overall, I would say like the good moments like outweighed the bad for the most part for me. But like the production was like the thing that tripped me up the most.
It's a little out there. So yeah, what are you same ballpark with him?
I had never heard it
Okay.
before. I had actually just started listening to it while I was down at dinner or whatever. And I look at the album and the first song I see is Jesus Forgive Me, I'm a Thought. And I was like, okay. I can get with that. Cool. And I really like it. I think the reason we were talking about Zach Fox when we started was because I was like, his music kind of has this humor to it that reminds me of Zach Fox a little bit. And that's how we got on the topic of Jesus is the one.
He's a very fun lyricist.
But I was like, he doesn't take himself too seriously.
No.
He's just having fun and the music is cool. Like,
there's a line in one of the songs, like it was like something like don't get capped by a guy wearing your grandma's clothes, which is such a great line. But like in real life, like if you look at the album cover, he's got a very distinct.
He's in.
That's kind of his style
clothes.
of like his outfits, just in general. So just he's got a very very fun personality. If you follow him on Twitter, he's also a very very cool person to go in there.
And
very
the title
meme-ish.
of the album.
Yeah,
All My Heroes Are Cornballs.
Yeah.
Like what? Same.
It's
Same.
I do think the album artwork like really suits the album well though.
Yeah.
Like it's just
I agree.
dude hanging out in an attic and then some woman's like
some
In your
grandma's
grandma's
several
clothes.
blankets and a robe next
I'll see if
to
I
a
can
chimney.
pull it up and then just show it.
It's
real
great.
quickly. Yeah, this is the album cover with
It's just
Can we get a
it's
zoom?
so
with
funny.
JPEG on it. Yeah, let's see. There he is, wearing a grandma's clothes.
Delightful.
Yeah, I think it fits really well. Yeah, it's like every time I look at it, I like chuckle a little bit because it's just so different. But like, it's cool.
Like I said, I've known him since his last record, which is really really incredible stuff.
Is it really?
Yeah, this is a little bit more out there, I think, and less about the rap and kind of more focused on his singing a lot this time around.
It seems like very like artistic,
Yeah.
and it flows well.
Yeah, it all fits together into like one cohesive album.
He has a song called "I Can't Wait Till Morrissey Dies."
Yes. So great. He did a song a few years ago called I think it was like "I Would Vote for Trump" or something like that, and it's him basically going off like, I'm gonna vote for Trump because it's the cool and obscure thing to do, and look at me, like I'm like so out there, and it's just the most brutal takedown ever.
Is it really?
Yeah.
That's
funny.
awesome.
But yeah, this album, like, how far in the album did you get?
I was talking to Logan about this. I realized about halfway through that I was like, I'm not listening to this in order.
Really?
And that makes me sad.
I did that when
'Cause
I
I
listened to
hate-
Frank Ocean's Blonde for the first time,
And you were like,
I
oh.
didn't notice, so I had to go and start from the beginning.
Yeah.
If you can't notice,
That's the
nice.
sign of a really good project.
Yeah.
yeah. But I noticed about halfway through, and I was like, oh,
Oh, no.
I should be listening to this
Right,
in order
yeah.
because I always keep my music on shuffle or whatever. But I've heard, I think I've heard like half of it all the way through. but I don't quite remember. I did like the Basic B Tear Gas, which was a cover of No Scrubs by TLC.
Yeah.
And I was like,
as soon as I heard it, I'm like, yep, that's awesome.
I love this. I really liked that. I was very happy and surprised with that.
It's such a weird album, and just the production on this album is so just unique and very cool.
It sounds like something I would be into if I listened to it more.
Yeah, definitely. It definitely, like, first listen, like, if you just go into it like not knowing what to expect, you're probably gonna be like, what is this? And it might grow on you a little bit, but yeah, just a really solid project from JPEGMAFIA, and I really enjoyed it. So I'm really happy to kind of spread the word and get more people listening to him. Yeah.
I feel like this record couldn't have existed like 10 years ago, though.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Honestly,
you're absolutely right with that.
Half the music out right now probably wouldn't have existed in
this
2010.
This is very much kind of like a. It talks a lot about like your life on the internet, like this project.
Yeah,
he
it
tackles
does.
a lot of topics revolving around internet use.
Like
and
the song like Lifestyle After Verified or something.
Yeah.
Or Post Verified
Yeah.
Lifestyle. I
And
thought
he's-
that was really like introspective and cool.
Yeah.
And he mentioned something else about being verified in another song,
Yeah.
which
don't
I
remember
thought
which one
was
it
interesting.
but- Yeah,
I don't remember
all the
which one
lyrics
either.
kind of feed into each other a little
Yeah.
bit, which is weird considering like how like by themselves each song just seems like super out there, and then when you listen to them as one album, it's like this all strangely fits together. And
Yeah.
So it's really great. So yeah, favorite song probably Jesus Forgive Me. You said yours was. If you had to pick a favorite song,
I would say it's probably Beta Male Strategies. Yeah.
that's probably my second choice, and then
I really liked Jesus Forgive Me, I'm a thought. And then I also liked Tear Gas. We'll just
Yeah.
call it Tear Gas while we're on the show.
we'll call it No Scrubs.
The No Scrubs remix.
All right. Well, let's move on to our last thing, which is an album that is not modern. Came out quite a bit ago.
So like this is wild to me that Man on the Moon by Kid Cudi came out 10 years ago this week.
That's crazy.
Wow.
This week. That's insane.
Yeah, literally 5 days ago.
Yeah.
Oh,
Turned 10
wow.
years old.
Yeah. That is like it just blew my mind.
This
And I was
album
like
has aged very well. I
very, very well.
think. Like Day and Night, which will be the song everybody knows.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's still the best one on the
Is
record,
still
too.
like you can turn that on and bring
Yeah.
it like okay, like Day and Night.
Everyone will get a little
like,
sad and jam out at the same time.
Yes. Yes.
So I guess like how do you guys feel about the album like 10 years later?
So I wasn't big on this when this first came out because I wasn't like
Because we were in grade school.
I was in grade school and I didn't listen
Yeah.
to rap for the longest time. And when I started kind of like listening to a bunch of other styles and genres, you know, this is one of those albums I don't remember, someone mentioned it to me. It's like you should really check this one out. And it's still a really good album. I kind of don't think it holds up as well
As his
as
other
it did.
stuff?
I feel like maybe some of the production and some of the flows on this aren't as good as I remembered it, but like most of it is like super consistent.
Yeah.
Very, very good vibe all throughout. And it makes me sad because he hasn't released like anything that I've loved since this.
I think probably for me
Did
the
you not love
closest
his last
thing.
CD?
The only thing I really liked with him since this is like Kid Sees Ghost.
I was
with
just about to
Kanye.
say that.
Really?
Yeah.
The only
Really?
thing that he's
Yeah.
come out with. Like Speeding Bullet to Heaven is
It's
trash.
interesting for sure. I don't hate it,
I've heard
but like
mixed opinions. I have definitely
If you
heard mixed
if you want to
thoughts.
hear Kid Cudi try to do like grunge music
yeah, it's
and him hum a lot, that's probably the
well,
kind
I
of-
mean, like
Uh-huh.
I would listen to it just to hear him hum a lot.
Honestly,
you know,
yeah.
because like it'll take you to another place, man.
Interesting. I've heard bits and pieces of that one too. I think I've heard bits and pieces of all of his
Yeah.
albums.
Yeah, you've probably
but have never listened to one all the way through.
Yeah, no.
Which is something I should do.
Never been crazy, and even some of his stuff is like just not even good. It's just like really bad.
Really?
It kind of makes me sad because like
I know a lot of diehard Kid Cudi fans.
this, people will ride or die with him.
Yeah.
No matter
Yeah,
the
for sure.
project. Yeah.
I feel I like most of his projects, even though they usually like. I feel like I think they're really good. I think he just set the bar like really high initially.
Imagine coming out with this as your first album.
Yeah.
And then people were like, you have to live up to this.
I would like certify this as a classic, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
I would say,
Yeah.
It's definitely influential enough. And
I think so too.
Yeah. Because like I feel like it just really changed music after 2000.
Yeah, this is a lot like, it reminded me a lot of Kanye's 808s.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah,
Like, those
yeah,
are both very stylistically the same.
Mm-hmm.
And I know Kanye has like a song in this too.
That was a pretty good era for like hip hop. I
Take
feel
me
like
back
hip-hop
to
was
2009,
a little
please.
bit experimental.
Made
then.
leaps and bounds within those like last few years because you had like that. You had like
808s was so good.
people
808s
hated
makes
it
me
at
cry.
first because people were like, "This isn't rap. This is Kanye like singing in like auto-tune." Like I remember when is it Heartbreaker first came out? Heartless, my bad.
Heartless, yeah.
What am I thinking of? Heartbreaker.
I was like, what?
That's it. Yeah, I love that one.
So good. I
And
remember the music
I
videos,
feel
like
like-
the animated music
Yes.
videos.
Yeah, it was super good.
Yeah.
I feel
Kanye,
like
a legend.
Kid Cudi and Kanye together like just kind of like changed the like hip hop in general, and like that's wild.
And they work well together too.
Yes, they do.
Like you said you haven't listened to Kid Sees Ghost yet. That's Kanye and Kid Cudi's collaborative project together.
Yes.
It's
It's really
short.
good.
It's amazing.
It's like 25 minutes.
It's a very short release, so you can just listen to it like whenever you want.
Have you heard the new? Well, I don't even know if it's new. It came out last year. The new Kanye album.
Yay.
What did you guys think?
Yeah.
Yeah. What did you guys think about?
I liked it.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Should I listen to it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Even in Kanye's current state?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
even though Kanye is Kanye, like he releases, for the most part, incredible music.
Yeah.
Really?
You
I
can't really
like
stop
Kanye
that.
is one of those artists that I like. I have to like differentiate the artist and the music.
Oh,
and,
man.
or like the artist and the art. And I like it really doesn't like I don't really get that like worked up about it or whatever. Like I just think Kanye is like really like he makes dope music.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, you should listen to it. It's good.
Okay. I'll give it a listen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are your standout tracks on this album 10 years later?
I know it's very, very. I know it's so like basic, but Day and Night's probably still my favorite one on
It's
this.
been
Yeah,
stuck
for
in my
sure.
head since
It's
I walked in the control room.
So good. I love that one, and probably Soundtrack to My Life. Honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's another great one.
Yeah.
I had I highlighted all the songs that I found out.
Yeah,
like,
you've
that
got a
I
really
found were like
good
standouts,
system right there.
and half of them are highlighted.
Yeah.
So, but my favorite ones is probably Alive, and Soundtrack to My Life.
I also like the ones you guys have said, Soundtrack to My Life, Day and Night, and then also Pursuit of Happiness. Because I'm kind of a zoomer. I'm a Project X zoomer.
Gotcha. Yeah, Pursuit of Happiness. Oh, what? I meant to highlight that one, and I didn't. Wow. I'm a fake fan,
oh my God,
everyone.
How'd you do that?
But yeah.
Yeah, so that was really cool. I'm really glad you mentioned that
Yeah.
because I had not listened to that
And like
for a long time.
this was one of those albums like you. I didn't like listen to it initially because like I was like 9 or 10.
10.
But, like,
I didn't appreciate music.
yeah, right. I was just in the car coming home from basketball practice and whatever was on the
Listening
radio
to
was on
Ali
the
and
radio.
AJ on my CD player.
High School Musical
But yeah,
soundtrack.
like I like so like I get it sounds weird, man, but like when I started appreciating music more, I like listened to this a couple of years ago,
No,
and
that's
yeah,
totally it.
awesome,
Yeah,
awesome.
very cool. All right, well, I think that concludes this podcast. Thank you for joining for the very first sound check. We'll be back in a few weeks. So yeah, if you guys want to go and listen to everything that we've suggested here, please do it. They're all really, really good projects, a lot of variety. So yeah, thank you guys for being on.
Also,
Thank you for having us.
listen to Jesus is the One
Yeah,
By Zach Fox.
by Zach Fox and Kenny Beats.
Kenny Beats.
can't go off on a better note than that.
Jesus is the one.
Jesus is the One.